Hey guys, welcome to Manasi's World. Today I was wondering if we could make bread. So why are we waiting? Let's get started. For the first step, you will need 1 tablespoon yeast, dry yeast, 2 tablespoons sugar, 1/4 cup warm water. So now after all of this stuff are ready, take your warm water, put it into into a bigger container. Then take your yeast, put it into the same container, and take some sugar. And now we have to mix these up. So now you take your spoon and just mix it vigorously for 30 seconds. So that color should basically blend in with your water. Now after that's done, you just take out your spoon, the lid, and just put it on the cup let it set for 10 minutes. Now my 10 minutes are over. Now let's see how the yeast mixture is. So it's not risen up that much, but based on your yeast, that's how much it will rise. So for me, it's just this much, but that's fine. Then for the next step, you will need 2.5 cups maida. So you have to, and then 2 tablespoons soft butter, 3/4 teaspoons salt, and there's not any measurement of how much warm water you need. So now take your maida and put it in a big container because you need to knead it. Then take your 3/4 teaspoon salt and add it into your dry mixture. So now after that's done, take your yeast mixture and add it into the dry mixture like this. And then you have to mix it. So now I'm just mixing my yeast mixture with my dry mixture with a spoon, and then after some time you just have to take off all the mixture from the spoon and just mix it with your hands. Then you have to add warm water bit by bit into your into your mixture and make it into a soft dough. This is one of the most important parts. So you have to at least knead it for 10 to 15 minutes. And the trick, the way you're supposed to do is, you're gonna have it like this. Take some from a side and press it down. And then keep doing that on the sides and flip it again and do it. And consistency you would want is like it's not sticking to the bowl and not sticking to your hand too much. Then you have to add your butter into this and mix it so it will be a shiny mixture. Now you have to mix this with your dough and get it to a shiny mixture. Okay, now I've kneaded it about 10 minutes. So it's a little sticky and it should be a little glossy too. And it has to be very soft because that's how you want your bread to be if you want it soft. So then you have to take some butter on your hands and just grease your hands with butter. And then take your dough and just tuck it in like this. Tuck it in like this into a sphere. And then you have to put it in your container. Take a muslin cloth and cover it and let it set in a warm place for 45 minutes. So while your dough is setting, you would need to take your bread tin and butter and put it and take your butter and just put it all over. You especially have to do it everywhere so that your bread doesn't stick. Like you have to just spread it everywhere like this. Not only in one place because you don't want your bread sticking to the tin. So now I have just greased every, you don't need to do it on the top, you just need to do it inside where your dough is going to go. So now I've just greased it. So now let's go to our dough after 45 minutes. So it would have been puffed up. So now I just took out the masking cloth. It's much more puffed up as before. And look at this. It's so soft. So now let's once more this. Take some flour, not a measured quantity, and then just spray. Put some on your plate or wherever you're making your dough. So now I've just put it everywhere. You want it to be covered everywhere so your dough won't stick to the floor. Now you have to take your dough. You're supposed to like mix all the dough together for once and then make a plate. You want it thin so it will be nice. So, and especially you should make it thin at the edges so it's easier for the next step. Now I've just did that a little more, and you don't want it to do it very hard or else it will stick to the ground. Then you have to take slowly up like this and pinch the edges to the dough like this. You shouldn't leave any air holes or else there will be holes in your bread which you don't want. Then again do it here. Don't let any air holes stay and just do it until you come to the edge. So now I've pinched the edge and made it into a roll. So now if there's extra on one side, you just have to fold it onto the bigger side. Then you have to carefully take this and put it into your tin without breaking it. So now I've just took out the dough and put it into the greased tin. Now you just gotta take all the dough and just slightly pat it and then make it go into the edges to get it into a bread shape. Do it everywhere so you'll get a proper bread shape. So I just put it into the tin, and when you're patting your dough, you have to do it gently. Don't do it too hard or else it won't puff up fully. And make sure it's there in all the edges, not completely. So now take your muslin cloth and cover your tin for 30 minutes. So while your dough is getting set, preheat your oven for 15 minutes at 150 degrees. And take help of your parents because you don't want to get hurt. It's been 30 minutes and my oven is preheated. So now for the secret ingredient, it's cinnamon powder. I'm just going to open this. I've taken out the cloth. Take some cinnamon powder and sprinkle it onto your bread. Now take your tin and put it into the oven. Take your parents' help because it's very hot. And you want to put it for 200 Celsius for 10 minutes and then 180 Celsius for 20 minutes. Now your bread is ready. So now I've taken out the bread from the oven. It's very hot. So ask your parents' help to take it out because it's very hot. So now I've let it cool for 5 minutes and then take some butter and just put it onto your bread like on the top. So it will taste yummy. Now the bread is cooling. I'm just going to add some decoration for the presentation. And right now just slicing a banana to get it like an eye. So I'm just cutting few so I get the perfect one. So now you will need some parents' help. So you have to cut it into a smile like this. Carefully. Now, to make it more visible on the bread, I'm just taking a bit of cinnamon powder and putting it on the banana piece. So now for the final step, which will finish it. I'm just gonna cut my bread into a few slices, like so. Now for the grand finale. Here it is, my final bread that I've made all by my own. I just put the banana slices like this, saying, I'm happy. And this is my bread. So now for the final thing, the taste test. I'm gonna take a slice and let's try. It is yummy. And I'm telling you, you have to try this. It's pretty good. So that's it and that's all for next time. Bye guys.